And harassment of anybody looking Arab or Middle Eastern were just beginning to surface around the country, and these people had come to explain that they too were targets of an angry backlash. They were Sikhs, students at CSU. Sikhs are neither Middle Eastern nor Muslim. They're from India. The turbans worn by the men are a part of their religion. The students offered pamphlets on the Sikh religion and said that they'd come to let us know about the harassment and threats that they and other minorities were facing every day here in Cleveland. They didn't want to be on television. They wanted no special attention for themselves. But Channel 3 News Management asked them if they would be willing to participate in an experiment. And reluctantly, they agreed. Outfitted with a hidden camera, 2 of the Sikh students visited malls and restaurants and other public places. Over 3 weeks of investigation, the camera caught the dirty looks, crude gestures, and taunts these 2 young men encountered, all because of their foreign appearance. Well, last Sunday, like so many other Clevelanders, these 2 guys headed for the Browns game. One is a season ticket holder. They're both big fans. What follows is a dramatic example of just how intimidating and frightening it can be when others make assumptions because of the way you look. Cleveland's investigative reporter Carl Monday picks up the story outside Brown Stadium.
The United States has launched airstrikes, we understand, in Afghanistan.
As football fans and all Americans first learned of U.S. retaliation.
Do you know that they started bombing?
Yeah, I heard that they started bombing. Yeah, I haven't heard anything more about it. So I just wonder what's going on with that.
We watched as 2 men wearing turbans went through the turnstiles at the Browns-Chargers game.
Have the bag ready.
The 2 suburban Clevelanders, both Cleveland State University students, actually Indian Sikhs. But because of their distinctive dress, 27-year-old Canadian-born Sukhjit Singh and 21-year-old Cleveland native Navtej Singh are often mistaken for Muslims. And since the World Trade Center attack, they've been subjected to their share of verbal abuse.
Just because someone has a turban on, you know, doesn't mean we're associated in any way with the terrorists.
But once the Sikhs took their seats, few paid any attention to the 2 men who barked like dogs. Shared in a high-five celebration with a total stranger. And without incident, showed pride in the country they've called home for over 20 years. But what our hidden cameras caught outside Brown Stadium is nothing to be proud of. While most Browns fans showed respect for the Sikhs, many were clearly out of bounds. An hour before game time, we sent the turban-wearing Sikhs into tailgate territory, the Muni parking lot, where Browns flags and the Old Glory waved side by side. It didn't take long for our Sikhs to be greeted by jeers, heckling, offensive remarks.
You guys can't fly a plane, right? No. All right, just checking.
At one point, one tailgater extended his arms and pointed at the Sikhs as if he were firing a gun. During the game, inside the stadium concourse, there were plenty of awkward stares and occasional taunting by fans of all ages. Others made it clear their presence wasn't appreciated.
And it was non-stop, you know, like the only time we walked around at halftime, people were like, Osama bin Laden, you know, we just bombed him, like that. I mean, it's ridiculous, it really is.
But it was after the game, as we began to interview our undercover Sikhs, that some fans really showed their ugly side.
What were some of the remarks they were making to you guys?
Well, we heard, like,
down with Taliban, down with Taliban.
Something like that. And it was non-stop.
What were some of the comments you were hearing?
Basically, well, there goes a quarter.
Somebody just threw something. Look at it. How's it make you feel? Somebody throwing money at you?
It makes me feel terrible, you know, like being born and raised in the same city as all these other people, and to be targeted without, you know, no reason, because we're not Muslims, we're Sikhs.
And on a crisp but sunny Cleveland October day, all they wanted was to enjoy a football game.
What's your problem? Hey, mister, what's your problem?
You're the problem.
Sunday's game, the Sikhs say, will be their last.
Yeah, we feel like our freedom has been attacked. We're also being attacked just like every other American is here with all the terrorism. We have to live here too.
So Jeet and Tej didn't participate in this story to get their faces on TV. They only did it to demonstrate how insensitive and small-minded some people can be. And I got to tell you, the two Sikhs were visibly shaken after all this. Yeah. And they told me at one point they felt that their lives were really in danger.
Now, was that outside? Because it looked like inside. The Browns have really good security. And I understand the irony of this is that they are huge Browns fans.
Yeah, I know one of the guys said he's gone to the game since the mid-'80s with his father and remembers the drive, you know, with Elway and all that. So you can't get more American than that.
Well, I personally learned a lot after I met these folks, and I hope maybe through this story, Carl, other folks can take a look at our feelings and how we act on them.
Yeah, let's hope so.
We can hope so. All right, thanks much.
Time to turn